to a new episode of Growth Stories, the minicast where we get to the bottom of the best growth insights. I am Kryptena, your co-host, and today I'm joined by Winny, founder of Chipped, the microchip manicure. Winny, it's really nice to have you here today.
So nice to be here. Thank you so much, Laura.
Why nails? How did this idea come to life?
Oh, that's a really great question. And I think it kind of pairs quite well with the discourse that is happening now on crypto Twitter. Been in crypto for a long time, and I found myself very much falling into the crypto bro mindset. And growing up as a swimmer, growing up, on playing hockey with brothers in a military household, I felt it was a very masculine environment. And then when I came into crypto, it was like, oh my God, it's so bro-y. And I found myself losing a lot of my femininity. And I was going to conferences and I felt like I really had to fit in with the guys. And it kind of got to the point where I just needed that shift to be like, God, I'm really losing a lot of myself that I feel so deeply that I need. And I started doing my own acrylics. And I was putting the NFC chip in it. And I was going to conferences and just linking my Telegram. And all of my girlfriends were like, wait, I love this so much. Can you try and build it? So essentially it just fell into my lap of just a product that I wanted for the girls. And it became embracing their femininity and being like, wait, nails can be tech, they can be crypto, it can be hot. And I think that was just really, really important. So it kind of just started with nails. Yeah.
Well, I absolutely love that. And I think you and your company are one of the ones that are changing the game in March because, it used to be just black t-shirt with a logo and that's it. But now I see you having lots of collabs and anyway, we'll get to that later, but it's amazing what you're doing, so I love that. So basically Chipped went from a personal solution that you did for yourself and now shipping probably thousands of units every year. What growth strategy or moment really moved the needle for you?
I think there was never really one thing. I think it was just very much me sticking to it. There are so many times where I could have been like, I give up on this. This is really hard. But I just felt so strongly about the message in the product that it became something that I was really fighting for. And then I've been very public with my brand and public with the journey. And I've shared a lot of the struggles that we've had as a brand very openly. And I think being a woman in this space, it gave someone kind of something for women to root for. And I've never taken that for granted. And I think that's why I've kind of had to stick with it. Not had to, I've loved sticking with it. But that's kind of been the point. It's just every day I log on and I'm reminded as to why I have to do this.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I do see you sharing a lot of the journey, the wins, everything. So I guess building a personal brand was quite important for you as a founder. It helped a lot. And yeah, I do see the community really rooting for you. I see a lot of posts made about Chipped, and I see a lot of support in general in the community. So I think that's really great. You think that building your personal brand helped with this?
Yeah, for sure. I've been public on crypto and crypto Twitter for a good number of years, and I've worked with a bunch of different product projects. I worked in a lot of NFT projects back in the day. I worked at Serotonin for a bit with social media management. And just a lot of advising to a couple of companies here and there. And I think that was they all led to me building my brand. I think there's never one thing that kind of solidifies a personal brand. It's all these little things that you do add up to it. And then I was always just kind of looking for that one thing that was truly me, that I had to do. And that's why I really resonated with what we were building with Chipped, because I was like, wow, this is so me. And it's just been so easy to do personal marketing for it and go to market with my own branding, because it's just, I've never had to be fake with it. It's always just been, oh, this is just me, my life, and my product. Whereas I think when you're building a personal brand and working for other companies and other projects, it can be hard to kind of fit yourself into that narrative unless there's there's some biblical alignments that you really do see with certain people working and joining other teams. But for me, I needed to find my own thing to align with myself, and Chipped was really that.
Makes sense. I mean, I guess you are your own target audience as well, so you really know how to speak to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of events earlier, Chipped has collaborated with major crypto companies and appeared at events like It Denver, Token 2049, how do you choose who to partner with? Because that's really
It's
important.
definitely, yeah, it's definitely like a vibe check thing. It's also, I really love it when female members of teams reach out to me and they're like, hey, we're really excited. We'd really love to do this and work on this with you. And we tend to only do around 3 collaborations per event. And just so that we don't have saturation, we kind of have that scarcity and just we only have so many hands and there's only so many women in this industry. So we do like to make sure that we're prioritizing each partnership that we do have so that that it feels like that it is important. But yeah, most of the time it's just working with our friends really, and I think that's like the most fun and important part of this industry is just getting to do something really cute with your friends. Yeah.
Absolutely, and I can say I love the collabs designs. They look stunning on point every time. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Can you share the story behind your most impactful partnership you've had, or like how it shaped Chip's growth?
I think the ongoing collaboration we've had with Paris Hilton has been great. Their team, a member of their team, Christine, originally reached out so that we could be on Sliving Steels. And that kind of just paved the way to just build this partnership that we have had ongoing with them. And she had the little PR package for her song that went out on Valentine's Day. And yeah, I was just kind of like scrolling Instagram stories on Valentine's Day after like 2 glasses of wine, and then saw like our brand on Kris Jenner's story. And that was just really amazing. And we had a lot of inbound from that. So yeah, it's been really, really exciting to just see how one small thing can make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my next question. Like, how did the collaboration with Paris Hilton come about? Because that's really interesting. And yeah, I think it's an ongoing collaboration now, you said?
Yeah, so we're on Sliving, and then we just work with our team as well to find other buying platforms. Like Christine from that team has just been a gem to work with.
Oh, that's so cool. Are you planning to do other celebrity collaborations or?
We have a few lined up that I'm really excited about. It's like we've been talking about some of our collabs for a while, and it's so funny once you go from like crypto, which moves really, really fast, even like the collaborations, to then
Yeah.
going into corporate collaborations. Like the amount of times that takes to like just get one thing signed off is crazy. So sometimes it feels like we're not doing anything, not doing anything, but sometimes it feels like God, I wish this was moving faster. But like in the corporate world, things just take that little bit longer sometimes.
Yeah, makes sense. So that would be one of the differences between, you know, doing partnerships in Web 2 and Web 3. But where would you say like the opportunities or what do you prefer?
Oh, I definitely prefer Web 2. I feel like there's a ceiling in this industry and everyone's a critic in this industry. You know, you get everyone who have done nothing more than just tweet nonsense, telling you, like, hating on you. And I'm like, well, what have you done to, like, bring this industry forward? So we're building another product as well at the moment, which we're really excited about, that we're going to be launching at Solana Accelerate. And just to kind of
That's
see
top
where
stuff,
the
right?
gaps are in consumer crypto. Like, it's everything that I wish I had when building Chips. So we're kind of building out that infrastructure and those products at the moment. But for Chips, we're really just positioning it now as direct to a D2C product in Web 2 and just kind of growing those partnerships, growing out the rewards and a lot of those things. So yeah, there's opportunities definitely in crypto, but for Chips, I definitely see it existing more in the Web 2 side of things.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And I think, you know, you are one of the few companies in Web3 as well that has actual utility, that is actually tangible, that people use. So it's really cool. How has the feedback from both men and women influenced your product roadmap or maybe your marketing approach?
I think when it comes to the whole like funny question of like when Chips for men, I think it's been incredibly important to like stand on business and be like, this is the one thing that women get in this industry. And I've been very intentional about that. It's also, it shows that this space they do have very little understanding of like physical production. It's really difficult to make like press on nails for men because their hands are so ununiformed. Like you can't even source press-ons that big sometimes. And I always like to use the bean soup analogy. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that on TikTok, where there's this woman who's like, this is a recipe for a bean soup. And this girl comments, well, what if I don't like beans? It's like, well, then it's not for you. It's like we have this idea, and I think men especially have it, is that everything in this world, especially in crypto, is for them, but it's not. It doesn't have to be. And that's kind of like, that's been very intentional with like our branding and our messaging. Is like, I want Chipped to kind of stay like that. But then it's allowed me to see so many other avenues that we can make other things that aren't just nails. There's an option for so much, but I think it's very important to create that very niche audience that's just for Chipped. Yeah.
Yeah, no, love that, love that. I remember seeing some time ago, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you have a pop-up store at some point, or do you still have it?
Yeah, we had a pop-up in New York for Fashion Week, which was incredibly fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. How did that go?
It went amazing. We had around 600 people come through over 2 days. I don't think I
Wow.
would ever do a 2 day pop-up again. I was exhausted on the second day. It was just, but it was a really, really great response. We had people lining up at like 6 a.m. around the block. And yeah, it was, and also like non-crypto people, they just were really excited by the brand. So yeah, don't think, I would love to do it again. Don't think I would do a 2 day event.
Would you open like a store and like forever?
Oh, I would love that. I would love to have a real store. I think that'd be so fun.
Yeah, I think it would be. That's really cool. Time to move to the rapid fire round. So quick answers only. One thing every Web3 event needs but most forget.
Women.
Love that answer. Okay, yeah, and it's so true. A red flag in a potential partnership.
Oh, that's good. Oh my God. I know this is to be rapid. Botted Twitter followers.
True. What's the most creative partnership structure you've seen in the space?
Like myself or like anyone else.
Yourself or anyone else?
I'm gonna just have to go myself and Paris Hilton. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that is truly outstanding. So of course. All right. Well, Winnie, thank you so much for being here today. And that wraps up another episode of Growth Stories. If you enjoyed these insights, make sure to subscribe and collect these episodes on pods.media. See you next time.